Hello and welcome to my new video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lex. Today I wanted to give some updated advice for Animal Crossing players in 2025. First of all, kudos to all of us for still playing even though Nintendo abandoned us back in 2021. We are so brave, besties. I'll start with some advice for those of you who inevitably feel burnout but still want to finish your islands. I feel like it happens to most island decorators at some point, and it's really frustrating, especially when you really love your island theme and you want to see it completed. There are a few ways to approach burnout. Unfortunately, the first would be taking a quick break from Animal Crossing to give yourself some breathing space. I think that sometimes what you really need in order to push through is to have some time not thinking about your island, because sometimes you literally just cannot brute force it. I think a lot of people decide to take a break though, and then they never feel like they're in the mood to come back to their island. So I do think it's important to have realistic expectations of yourself. Like, take a break if you think it'll help you come back inspired. If you think a break would become permanent, maybe try something different. My personal favorite motivator is to scroll through other creators' builds on Instagram, Pinterest, until I see something so cool that I feel like I just need to get back to my island. You can make it into a fun little hobby moment, like save some of your favorite builds to a collection so you can revisit them later, take notes about any furniture items or plants you think would enhance your island. If you make it a real life thing, pen and paper, it honestly feels like more fun, to me at least. Maybe I put too much effort in, okay? But listen, as a last-ditch effort, if you really aren't feeling your island design, you can always try a new theme or even restart completely to get a refresher. But if you're a chronic restarter, bestie, it might be time to just lock in. Next, hello to all the players who are relatively new. A lot of us have been cranking out islands and collecting villagers since 2020, so I personally just love hearing from new players who have like a fresher perspective on the game. Despite the end of Acnh support in November of 2021, players are still out here creating absolutely incredible themes that are so creative. Like, people are still able to blow my mind, and I've been looking at Animal Crossing islands every day for 5 years now. You'll always think you've seen it all until someone posts a build that makes you do a double take, and then you realize just over and over again that creativity in New Horizons is truly endless. My number one piece of advice for new players, though, is to join the community in some way socially, whether that's through a Discord server like mine or even the official Animal Crossing one, or just by following Animal Crossing accounts somewhere on social media. I don't think anything motivates me more to play than just having a sense of community. That's what makes my streams so fun. That's how I've continued building islands, is just because it's so fun being able to discuss it with other people, share my builds, etc. That's honestly, I think, the biggest part of the magic that ACNH had in 2020, is it felt like everyone was playing, and it was so fun to visit other players and like see what everyone was doing. And you might feel like you've missed out on that if you're coming to Animal Crossing so late, but the sense of community is still there. It's just you have to look for it a little more these days, but I think it's completely worth it, and I highly recommend finding some aspect of the community that you'd like to join. Even if it's just, you know, popping into one of my streams, you're always welcome. I think joining the community this year is still a great idea because a startling number of people still play. Like, people are always posting their new builds on Instagram and stuff, and I'm like, wow, we're not alone. The players are genuinely my favorite part of the game, so that's my main advice for new players. Some advice I have for both returning and new players is figure out what it is about New Horizons that you actually enjoy the most. Don't worry about how other people prefer to play. I see all the time, I guess because I have been an island decorator for years, people come to me and they're like, yeah, like, I just feel like I get so burnt out when I start decorating my island, and that's fine. Like, I personally prefer to decorate islands. That is what about New Horizons appeals to me, as you can probably tell from my channel. But other players do really like the daily grind aspect of Animal Crossing. They play it more as a life sim, where they log in to complete quests and gift villagers to strengthen those relationships, and they collect furniture and, you know, make hybrid flowers. They farm, they make money naturally on the island, they fish, they want to complete their Critterpedia. You know, there are all kinds of aspects of Animal Crossing that you can enjoy. If you do love the life sim elements, then constantly trying to make yourself decorate will probably burn you out. Likewise, I wouldn't grind the Nook Miles quest if you're mostly just interested in decor, because then it will start to feel like a grind. There are plenty of ways to balance how you play as well. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that your options are either log in and play it as a life sim or decorate. You might even have like moods where you prefer one or the other, because that's how I feel. I typically just want to decorate, but some days I just want to hang out with my villagers. Like, that's fine. The game shouldn't stress you out, is my point. Like, the point of the game is to have fun, and I feel like so many people will come to my comments talking about how they haven't enjoyed Animal Crossing in a while, and it just feels like they're forcing themselves to play, and I'm like, guys, we are losing the plot. We're losing the plot. This next point of advice is going to be controversial, I fear. But I think my biggest piece of advice for all of us is not to be afraid of getting your hopes up for a new game. Okay, with the release of the Switch 2 coming next month and all of the brand collaborations for New Horizons in the past couple of years, and Animal Crossing being one of the best-selling Nintendo games of all time, specifically New Horizons, just trust me, besties, something new is coming, and I'm genuinely hopeful that we'll hear about it soon. I don't know where the rumors came from that New Horizons was the last mainline Animal Crossing title, but those have been circulating since 2020. Nintendo never insinuated that. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. I am very much entrenched in the community, and I've never seen any confirmation from Nintendo that, like, they're done with Animal Crossing after New Horizons. I think the Animal Crossing Lego sets, the aquarium collaborations we've seen the past couple of years, and all the other merch items that have come out for the game confirm that Nintendo fully intends to continue this franchise. I don't think they would have kept up with promoting the content if they were just gonna drop it. Like, they already stopped updates for New Horizons. If they wanted to stop supporting the franchise, they could have already done that. Just remember, you can't believe every rumor you hear, though. Just like you can't really believe people when they're like, yep, that was the last game. You also shouldn't believe when people just come out, like a few months ago, I think, someone came out and was like, yep, the next game is going to be a city island, or not a city island, a city themed game. Well, Nintendo never said that, so I think we should hold our celebration in until Nintendo actually announces something, but I think it is good to be hopeful. That is what keeps me playing, if I'm being honest. Like, I look forward to Animal Crossing's future, and that's what makes me continue playing now, because I don't want to lose my passion for the game before the next one comes out. I can't wait to see where it goes, and I'd actually really love to hear any of your theories or ideas for what the next game could be, because I think about it a lot, and I am just not creative enough to think of where the game could go after this. I have no idea. I guess this advice has mostly just been about keeping the game alive this year, like how to keep enjoying the game that so many of us do adore. But as a refresher, I think the single most important element about Animal Crossing is the community, and I'll always stand by that. There's just something so magical about discussing your favorite villagers, telling each other your birthday twins, even talking about your favorite themes or your favorite furniture items. It's cute. Other players who love to play this silly game, they make it worth continuing to play. If you're here and watching this video, it seems to me that you already care a lot about Animal Crossing, and I appreciate that. Like, thanks for being here. I also want to say a heartfelt thank you to all of my channel members. You guys truly make my content creation possible. It's because of you guys that I can do this full time, and I will always be grateful for that. So thank you guys for choosing to support me this way. Thank you guys all for watching this video, and I hope we can keep enjoying this game for years to come. I would love to see you in my live streams on Wednesday and Friday around noon Eastern time. I typically am decorating and occasionally bullying villagers, but I'm wishing you all the best, and until next time, bye!